The internet is on fire right now because it finally happened. The moment hip-hop fans have been begging for, praying for, refreshing timelines for. And tonight, the entire music world is asking the same question. Did Kendrick Lamar just accidentally announce a new album? Or did he just soft launch the biggest hip-hop comeback of the decade on purpose? Because in the last 24 hours, Kendrick dropped a series of subtle, cryptic, mind-bending clues that fans claim can only mean one thing. The new album is here. Not coming soon, not in the works, not just a rumor. Fans are screaming that this is 100% confirmed. And honestly, the evidence is insane. It started with a mysterious post on Kendrick's page. No caption, no explanation. Just a single eerie image that sent the entire internet into detective mode. Within minutes, but fan accounts were zooming, enhancing, decoding symbols, translating background text, and comparing the color palette to past Kendrick eras like this was a CIA investigation. Then a producer, one very close to Kendrick, liked a suspicious comment that said, "He's back." And that's when the timeline exploded. People rushing to Twitter, music blogs scrambling, reaction channels going live out of nowhere, streaming apps mysteriously updating Kendrick's artist page. Even Spotify started glitching for some users. And fans swear that was the real confirmation. But the moment that truly broke the internet? A leaked snippet, 5 seconds long, allegedly featuring Kendrick's unmistakable voice, his cadence, his tone, and a line that fans believe is his first diss of this new era. And if this is real, if this is happening, hip-hop is never going to be the same again. From the moment Kendrick Lamar released Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, fans thought they understood him. They thought he was entering a reflective era, soft-spoken, distant, philosophical, disconnected from the chaos of mainstream rap. They thought he was moving away from the crown, from competition, from proving anything to anyone. But what nobody realized was this. Kendrick wasn't stepping back. He was loading up. For 2 years, the hip-hop universe has existed in a strange, echoing silence. A silence dominated by rumors, speculation, cryptic studio photos, and producers giving vague interviews like, "Yeah, we've been working on something. Maybe he's cooking up. You'll see it when you see it." Fans were tired. Tired of waiting. I'm tired of guessing. Tired of thinking Kendrick was done shaking the rap world. But then, slowly, quietly, without warning, things started happening. Things fans didn't catch at first. But now, when pieced together, they form the clearest picture Kendrick has ever given. The first sign came months ago during a private event in LA. Someone snapped a blurry image of Kendrick wearing headphones, huddled in a corner with 2 producers. At the time, it meant nothing. Today, in hindsight, it looks like the first spark of this comeback. Then came the studio leaks. A producer accidentally posted a picture of a mixing board with the label KL5 taped to the side. He deleted it within seconds. But the internet never forgets. Our fans went wild. KL5 equals Kendrick Lamar's 5th album. No way he posted that by accident. He's teasing us on purpose. But as usual, Kendrick said nothing. Because Kendrick doesn't announce albums. He constructs mysteries. And this mystery only got deeper when Kendrick randomly performed a verse at a charity event. No cameras, no live stream. Just a handful of people who swear he rapped something new, something aggressive, something that sounded nothing like the introspective energy of Mr. Morale. Witnesses claimed he said a line that hinted, "I was quiet because I had to reload." But again, no footage, no proof. Just whispers, just hype, just tension. Then the universe shifted with one unexpected moment. Kendrick changed his profile picture. That was it. One image, no caption. But it detonated the internet. Fun because Kendrick never changes his profile without a reason. And this image wasn't normal. It wasn't symbolic or poetic or tied to any known era. It was dark, abstract, almost unsettling. Fans analyzed it like it was a CIA-coded message. Is that a new logo? Is that an album color scheme? Why does this feel like damn energy again? He's telling us something. Then Spotify glitched. Multiple users reported seeing Kendrick's page refresh at the same moment. No new music, but back-end updates, metadata movement, reorganization. Fans knew exactly what that meant. Labels only update metadata when something is coming. Then a known engineer posted a photo from a studio with the caption, "Last night, sessions hit different." On the table behind him, 2 notebooks, one labeled KL, the other labeled April. April, in the month Kendrick always surprises the world. The month he loves, the month he dropped his most iconic work. But still, no confirmation, until 48 hours ago. That's when everything changed. Kendrick's official YouTube channel unexpectedly added a new playlist, Empty, titled Reborn. Fans erupted. Kendrick is back. This is the album rollout. He's doing a shadow drop. But the true earthquake hit when a 5-second audio snippet leaked online. Low quality, almost inaudible, but fans swore the cadence was unmistakable. Deep tone, sharp delivery, classic Kendrick breath control, and a line that sounded like, "I've been silent, not still." If that is real, if that is even half true, then Kendrick Lamar isn't just preparing an album. He's preparing a reignition. Suddenly, everything from the last year made sense. The disappearing acts, the random appearances, the studio sightings, the rumblings from engineers, the unexplainable silence. Kendrick wasn't gone. He was watching, studying, collecting ammo, examining the rap landscape like a scientist preparing for the final experiment. And maybe, just maybe, he was waiting for the perfect chaos to step back in. Because the rap world is unstable right now. Drama everywhere, beefs growing, artists clashing, charts unpredictable, energy shifting. This isn't a peaceful era. It's the perfect era for Kendrick to reset the hierarchy. And fans believe that's exactly what he's about to do. But the real shock, the real twist, is what insiders claim Kendrick is planning to address on this new album. But because apparently, the silence wasn't just about creativity. It was about responses, about grudges, about unresolved tension, about hip-hop moments that never got closure. And if the rumors are true, Kendrick isn't coming back quietly. He's coming back swinging. The internet thought they had finally cracked the Kendrick puzzle. They thought the hints, the leaks, the snippet, the Spotify code, the mysterious playlist, all of it had shown everything there was to know. But the truth is, that was just the surface. Because the deeper fans dug, the more they realized something nobody expected. Kendrick's album isn't just a comeback, it's a response. And not just a response to the rap game, but to a very specific shift that happened while Kendrick was silent. Everything exploded the moment fans started connecting dots in interview clips, old ones, forgotten ones, moments nobody paid attention to until now. Clips where rappers laughed about Kendrick being missing, where they called the new generation hungrier, where they joked that Kendrick wasn't built for the new era. One podcast host confidently said, "Kendrick ain't shook the culture in years." Another rapper went live claiming, "We took the crown, he ain't coming back." A producer said, "Hip-hop has moved past that storytelling stuff. It's about hits now." Fans didn't take these comments seriously back then. But now, with the leaks circulating, with the mysterious lyrics surfacing, those clips feel like shots fired whether they were meant that way or not. That 5-second leaked bar. "You crowned yourselves kings when the real one was sleeping," suddenly felt like a warning shot aimed at the entire rap industry. It didn't sound like a joke. It didn't sound symbolic. It sounded personal. And the craziest part? People close to studios started chirping too. An engineer who accidentally liked a cryptic comment ended up messaging someone privately saying, "Bro, if half the stuff on this album makes it to release, the internet is done." Another insider posted a story, 5 seconds long, showing nothing but a dimly lit studio booth and a caption reading, "Prepare yourselves." It became obvious Kendrick wasn't dropping soft poetry this time. This wasn't senior class introspection Kendrick. This was sharpened blade Kendrick. Controlled anger Kendrick. Something to prove Kendrick. And the industry felt the tremors. Suddenly, everyone began asking the same dangerous question. If Kendrick is responding, who is he responding to? That question lit the hip-hop timeline on fire. Names started flying. People pulled old tweets. People dug up subliminals from other rappers. People started pointing fingers at anyone who made a single comment during Kendrick's hiatus. But then a twist hit the internet. A massive, unexpected twist that stopped everything. Someone leaked a text thread, allegedly between two producers who worked on separate sessions with Kendrick. In one of the messages, a producer wrote, "He's not dissing who y'all think. It's deeper. Deeper." That one word made the internet explode all over again. Deeper than rap beef? Deeper than crown conversations? Deeper than chart battles? What could possibly be deeper? People began theorizing that Kendrick was addressing something internal, something spiritual, cultural, or personal. And then fans found something that sent chills across the internet. Kendrick was reportedly seen entering a private creative retreat, alone, 2 months before the leaks began. No team, no producers. Just him, 3 notebooks, and a bag of recording gear. Witnesses said he looked determined and intense, like someone carrying the weight of something unfinished. A storyteller returning to settle a score with himself. But the real twist dropped when a well-known journalist claimed in a live stream that Kendrick's new album has a theme. And that theme is resurrection. Not recovery, not healing, not reflection. Resurrection. If that's true, then everything fans thought they understood about Kendrick's silence flips upside down. The years away weren't him retreating. They were him transforming. And then came the biggest bombshell yet. A second snippet leaked. Not audio, a lyric sheet. Just 4 lines, nothing more. But one line sent the entire internet into a complete meltdown. "You named yourselves legends 'cause I stopped correcting you." Those 12 words, those 12 syllables, felt like a direct, chilling message to the whole rap industry. Not one rapper, not one crew, not one camp. Everyone. Because Kendrick Lamar never told people they weren't legends. He never checked them. He never reminded them who the real king was. He just let them talk. And now, this album might be the correction. When fans screamed, "He's addressing the whole culture. This is bigger than beef. This is a reset of the entire hierarchy. He's about to humble everybody." But then someone very close to Kendrick's old collaborators posted something that made the internet freeze. A black screen, a single line. "He's naming names." The entire hip-hop community went silent in that moment. Because Kendrick never names names unless he's ready for war. Not online, not in interviews, only in music. Suddenly, every rapper who ever even slightly mentioned Kendrick started trending. People were dissecting old interviews, old freestyles, old tweets, old barbs. They were searching for any clue about who Kendrick might address. But the truth is, Kendrick doesn't need a target. His target is the entire narrative. And that's what makes this twist terrifying for everyone in the rap world. Because Kendrick Lamar's pen doesn't miss. It doesn't slip. It doesn't soften. And if he's coming back with this energy, this force, this intention, the album isn't just going to shake the industry. It's going to rebuild it from scratch. But the most shocking twist of all came from a rumored insider who said, "The intro track alone is going to start arguments for months." The intro. Not the lead single, not the middle cuts, not the closer. The first track. If the intro is already sparking fear, then what is the rest of the album hiding? And then fans noticed something chilling. Kendrick's team silently updated the copyright database with a new placeholder title, The Death of the Ego. Nobody knows if that's the album title, a track name, or a decoy. But if Kendrick Lamar is entering a new era where he's destroying egos, possibly even his own, then there's no telling what he's about to say on this album. And the biggest mystery of all? There's one verse insiders claim is career-defining. One verse that's been heard by only a handful of people. One verse that allegedly changes how fans will see Kendrick forever. And the internet is waiting, refreshing, obsessing, hoping that verse leaks next. Because if even half of these rumors are true, Kendrick Lamar is about to shake the entire rap world. One bar at a time. The verse. The one that everyone kept whispering about. The one insiders kept hinting at. The one rumored to be the most explosive thing Kendrick Lamar has written since the Control verse. That verse finally leaked. Not fully, not clean, and not officially, but in the form of a shaky, muffled hallway audio clip recorded from outside a studio room. You could hear the beat faintly. You could hear voices reacting inside. And then, barely cutting through the bass, Kendrick's voice punched through with a bar so sharp it practically sliced through the static. "I ain't come to claim the crown, I came to burn the kingdom." The internet lost its mind. This wasn't competition. This wasn't hunger. This wasn't Kendrick raising the stakes. This was Kendrick flipping the table entirely. People started screaming that this wasn't the energy of someone coming back to participate. This was the energy of someone returning to dominate, to reshape the landscape, to erase narratives, to dismantle the ego-layered rap world of the last few years. But then something stranger happened. Within minutes of the audio circulating, it disappeared. Original uploaders removed their posts. Fan pages started saying their clips were copyright claimed instantly, faster than any Kendrick-related audio had ever been flagged before. People began speculating. This is the real song. They're trying to hide it. It's too accurate. Kendrick's team is panicking. This is 100% on the album. They're scrubbing it fast. Then an account claiming to be from inside a distribution company tweeted something that made everything feel even more real. When a leak gets removed this fast, it means the rollout already started. Suddenly, fans realize something massive. Kendrick might not be hinting anymore. Kendrick might be preparing to drop. But the real meltdown came an hour later. When another insider posted, "The verse naming names is even worse." Everybody froze. Names? Actual names? Kendrick hasn't done that since Control. He doesn't call out rappers lightly. If he's naming anyone, the rap world is about to fall apart. Speculation erupted instantly. People made lists. People clipped old interviews. People were connecting dots that might not even be real. But the energy, the fear, the adrenaline of the fandom made it feel completely believable. But then, it escalated again. A producer known for accidentally leaking too much went live on Instagram, clearly flustered. And before ending the stream in a panic, he said two things. One of the verses is going to have the whole industry arguing. And Kendrick knows exactly what he's doing. He ended the live in 3 seconds. Fans replayed the clip endlessly. You could see the anxiety in his face. You could hear it in his tone. This wasn't marketing hype. This was someone realizing they'd said too much. Then came the leak that changed everything. Not audio, not lyrics, but a document. Someone posted what looked like a studio whiteboard. Tracklist numbers blurred out. But certain words stood out. Track 3, Reckoning, Track 7, Inheritance, Track 9, The Chosen, Track 12, Burn the Kingdom. Fans immediately noticed something eerie. Every title felt like a response. Not to one person, but to an entire culture. People started guessing what each track meant. what story Kendrick was telling, what message he was sending. And then, at the bottom of the whiteboard, written in small, nearly unreadable text, were the words, "The ego must die." This wasn't just an album. This was a manifesto, a philosophy, a breakdown of the last decade of hip-hop culture. But then, the twist nobody expected. A journalist posted that Kendrick has been meeting with unexpected collaborators. Not rappers, not singers, not producers, writers, poets, philosophers, storytellers from outside the music world. Insiders say Kendrick didn't want an album. He wanted an era, a cultural shift, a statement piece designed to challenge everything that happened during his silence. And the biggest rumor of all? He left space in one of the songs, a verse-sized gap, a space that insiders claim is for a guest rapper, a guest whose name has not leaked yet. People lost their minds theorizing. Is it someone he's battled indirectly? Someone he respects? Someone controversial? A younger artist he wants to elevate? Like a legend he wants to honor? Nobody knows. But one rumor keeps popping up. The guest appearance will shock everyone. Then the craziest twist happened. A fan noticed that Kendrick's company Piggy Lang updated their entire website without any announcement. The fonts changed, the colors deepened. One icon, hidden in a corner, played a short animation when clicked. A heartbeat. Soft at first, then louder, then glitching, then a beat fade out. Fans swear the heartbeat matches the BPM of the leaked snippet. People started screaming that this was the real confirmation, that Kendrick just soft-launched the rollout right in front of everyone's eyes. But then, right as fans were celebrating, like the biggest bomb dropped, a known industry database, one that tracks upcoming releases, added a mysterious placeholder. Undisclosed album, Compton artist, Q2 release. It didn't say Kendrick's name. It didn't list a label. But the details matched him perfectly. Compton, TDE adjacent, PG Lang affiliated, major rollout, high security metadata, restricted access. Insiders said, that has to be Kendrick. People went insane. Comment sections exploded. Reaction channels uploaded instantly. The entire rap world shifted its attention to one question. Is Kendrick Lamar about to drop an album in the next few weeks? But the final twist, the one that sent fans into meltdown, came from someone very close to Kendrick who wrote, "If you understood what he's responding to, you'd understand why this album had to be made." Nobody knows what that means. Nobody knows who it's aimed at. Nobody knows what internal battle Kendrick is settling. But everyone knows one thing. Whatever he's about to drop is not just an album. It's a statement, a warning, a reset, a rebirth. And the rap world is holding its breath, waiting for the next clue. The moment whispers of Kendrick's alleged album, these snippets, these leaked bars, these cryptic clues, started circulating, the entire music world flipped upside down. Rappers, producers, journalists, fans, even retired legends. Everybody started reacting. Because when Kendrick Lamar even breathes near the idea of new music, the culture stops moving. Twitter went into meltdown instantly. Trending topics exploded in seconds. He's back. Kendrick. Album soon. King returns. It didn't matter that nothing was confirmed. The hype machine didn't need confirmation. It only needed the possibility. One fan summed it up perfectly with a single tweet. Kendrick doesn't announce albums. The universe just shifts. But it wasn't just fans. Rappers began acting strange. One rapper tweeted a vague but suspiciously defensive message hours after the snippet leaked. "Some of y'all still living off old energy. The new era is here." People immediately assumed he was responding to Kendrick, even though Kendrick never named him, never shaded him, never even spoke to him. That tweet alone spiraled into thousands of replies, saying things like, "He's scared already." Bro felt a 5-second snippet in his soul. Kendrick's pen made him tweet paragraphs. Another artist, someone known for trash-talking the old generation, quietly deleted several tweets he posted over the last year. Tweets like, "Kendrick ain't dropping. Y'all still waiting for him? Move on." Deleted. Gone. Wiped like they never existed. Fans noticed. Screenshots resurfaced. Memes flooded the timeline. Then more rappers chimed in, not with shade, but nervous love. One said, "If Kendrick really coming back, the bar for rap just went up again." Another posted, "Y'all not ready for the smoke he brings when he's focused." The fear was almost palpable. Not fear of disrespect, fear of competition. But because everyone in hip-hop knows the truth. When Kendrick drops, everybody else becomes homework. Producers started getting bold too. One uploaded a video of himself tweaking drums with the caption, "Trying to get my Beats album ready before he drops." Everyone knew who he was. Even major media outlets jumped in. Complex, XXL, Rap Caviar, and Hot 97 all posted borderline clickbait headlines like, "Kendrick's return could reshape the entire rap landscape." Did Kendrick just announce the album without announcing it? 1 bar, 5 seconds, global panic. And when the whiteboard/track list leak went viral, one journalist wrote, "If these titles are real, Kendrick is in philosopher warrior mode." Comment sections looked like riots, on hundreds of thousands of people flooding every post with, "Drop the album. We need the release date. He's about to save rap again." Then came YouTube, and that was a whole different explosion. Reaction channels posted 20-minute videos analyzing 5 seconds of audio like it was a dissertation. Music theorists broke down the cadence. Rhyme pattern analysts slowed the audio to 0.25 speed. Even producers did videos explaining why the tone in his voice indicates aggression. Everyone was convinced. This is not a chill album. This is not a soft return. This is a full-on cultural earthquake. But the biggest reactions came from the legends. An OG rapper who rarely comments on anything modern posted, "This is the moment the game needed." Fans nearly fainted. And this was someone who never praises new work unless it's historic-level quality. For him to say that off a rumor, off a snippet, off a leak, that alone fueled a fresh wave of theories. He heard the full album. He's part of it. He's one of the secret collaborators. Instagram went wild. Producers who worked with Kendrick previously started dropping emoji reactions only. No words, just eyes, flames, and lightning bolts. One wrote, "I can't say anything, but y'all, just get ready." Even TikTok got involved. People made dramatic edits of Kendrick clips with prophetic music. Skits popped up mocking rappers panicking in the studio hearing about the album. Influencers did breakdowns claiming this would be Kendrick's most aggressive era. But the reaction that stunned everyone, the comment that truly made fans sit down, came from someone in the industry who has always been brutally honest. They said, "If Kendrick is dropping a rebirth album, this might be the end of the casual streaming era. Y'all forgot what real albums feel like." And suddenly the conversation changed. It stopped being about beef, stopped being about bars, stopped being about theories. People started talking about impact, legacy, cultural reset, storytelling, artistry. They said Kendrick's album could bring back albums over singles, bring back depth over gimmicks, bring back meaning over algorithms. Fans started treating this like the second coming of a musical prophet. But the final shock, the moment that told everyone the industry truly felt his shadow returning, came from a major artist's label. They moved their artist's release date back by 2 weeks. No explanation, no announcement, just a quiet digital shift, one that fans immediately interpreted as, they're avoiding Kendrick's drop window. And if that is happening already, if labels are shifting schedules over a rumor, it means the music world believes something real is coming. Something loud, something unavoidable, something historic. And the world is waiting, refreshing, refreshing, refreshing. Because they all know the truth. When Kendrick moves, the entire culture moves with him. Everything reached a boiling point the moment fans thought they finally understood Kendrick's direction. The themes, the symbolism, the leaked lines, the rumored track list. People thought they had the rollout mapped out. They thought the biggest twists had already dropped, but they didn't realize Kendrick Lamar never lets the public predict him. Not in 2012, not in 2017, not in 2022, and definitely not now. Because just when everyone felt certain that the album was a rebirth, a return, a cultural reset, something happened that shattered every theory, every prediction, every confident take from fans or industry experts. A video leaked. Not of Kendrick, not of a studio, not of audio, a meeting, a private meeting, 3 men sitting around a low-lit table. All instantly recognizable to hardcore Kendrick fans. These weren't producers. These weren't engineers. These were the people Kendrick turns to when he's crafting something bigger than music. And one was a PG Lang creative director. One was a longtime visual collaborator. And the third? The third was someone nobody had seen at Kendrick-related events in years. A storyteller, a writer, a person rumored to have influenced some of Kendrick's greatest conceptual work. The clip was only 9 seconds long. But in those 9 seconds, one line was caught. A line whispered just barely loud enough to be heard. We have to tell the part he never told. Fans lost their minds. Tell whose part? Tell what? What story was left untold? What chapter is missing from Kendrick's legendary narrative? Suddenly, everyone's theories about the album shifted. What if this wasn't about rap beef at all? What if this wasn't about claiming the crown? What if the bars about burning kingdoms and correcting legends weren't aimed outward, but inward? A longtime Kendrick fan account posted a thread that went viral instantly. What if this album isn't Kendrick responding to the industry? What if he's responding to himself? People went silent. The idea felt dangerous, exciting, mind-blowing, because Kendrick Lamar has always been brutally honest in his music. But he has also been secretive, protected, guarded. There are chapters of his life fans know nothing about. Things he hinted at, but never explained. Moments he implied, but never revealed. What if this album is the one where he finally breaks that silence? Then another leak dropped. This time from a supposedly credible insider, someone who worked on early drafts of the visual concepts. Their message said, "The album isn't about other rappers. It's about the era between albums, the part nobody saw." Nobody saw? Nobody understood? Nobody even knew happened? Fans immediately began digging into Kendrick's missing years, the periods where he disappeared from public view, times where no photos surfaced, no cameras caught him, no sightings, no stories, just complete silence. What was he doing? What was he battling? What was he preparing? What was he healing? What was he hiding? And then, the most shocking twist of the entire rollout dropped. A second lyric sheet leaked. But this one was different. It wasn't aggressive. It wasn't competitive. It wasn't aimed at the rap world. It was reflective, haunting, almost painful. One line stood out and shook the entire fan base to the core. "Y'all crowned me king before I learned how to carry the weight." This bar changed everything, because suddenly, here's the narrative shifted. Kendrick wasn't coming back to destroy others. He wasn't coming back to claim the throne. He wasn't coming back to prove anything to the industry. He was coming back to confront the myth of Kendrick Lamar, the version of himself the world created, praised, worshipped, feared, debated, and dissected for over a decade. A myth he never fully consented to. A myth that defined him without asking him who he actually was. This wasn't a diss album. This wasn't a victory lap. This wasn't a declaration of war. This was a confession, and fans were not ready for that. Minutes after the lyric sheet leaked, a trusted journalist posted, "Kendrick's new album. If the leaks are real, is going to shock everyone. He's addressing things we never knew existed. People panicked. People theorized. People cried. People argued. Some said this would be Kendrick's most emotional album ever. Others said it would be his darkest. Some believed it would be his most revealing. Others insisted it would be the most uncomfortable for fans, because it challenges the way people have viewed him for years. But the twist wasn't even finished. Right as all of this was unfolding, Kendrick's official website updated with a blank black page and one single blinking phrase: "Are you ready for the truth?" The page refreshed every few minutes, each time showing a slightly different animation. Glitching lights, scribbled handwriting, a flicker of a silhouette that looked unmistakably like Kendrick's profile. The message was loud, clear, and terrifying. Something is coming, something real, something raw, something fans have never heard from him before. And then the page went dark. No text, no animation, no explanation, just darkness. But at the bottom, barely visible, a countdown began. No numbers, no date, just a single white line slowly shrinking. One pixel at a time, like a fuse burning down. Nobody knows what happens when it reaches the end, but everyone knows one thing. Kendrick Lamar isn't dropping an album. He's dropping a revelation. And now you can feel it. The tension, the electricity, the sense that something massive is about to hit the culture. Whether it's tomorrow, next week, or without warning in the middle of the night, one thing is absolutely certain. Kendrick Lamar isn't teasing us. He's warning us. Whatever that countdown leads to, whatever truth he's preparing to reveal, whatever this new era of his legacy looks like, it's bigger than rap, bigger than a comeback, bigger than a rollout. This feels like the moment the entire hip-hop landscape shifts under our feet. But now, I need you. Because everything we just covered, every rumor, every leak, every lyric, every hidden clue, none of it matters without the conversation that you create. Kendrick's entire career has been shaped by how deeply the world reacts. So tell me right now, what do you think is coming? Is this a rebirth, a confession, a cultural reset, a final chapter, or the beginning of something the rap world isn't prepared for? Who do you think those bars are aimed at? Was the aggression for the industry, or was the reflection aimed at himself? And that countdown, what do you think happens when it hits 0? Drop your theory in the comments right now. I'm going to be reading every single one of them. Because Kendrick fans are some of the smartest, most detail-obsessed people on the internet, and your comment might be the one that solves the puzzle before anyone else does. While you're here, make sure you hit like, because the more this video pushes into the algorithm, the faster Kendrick fans around the world see it. And trust me, the discussion that's coming is going to be unforgettable. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the second something drops, a trailer, a snippet, a visual, a single pixel changing on his website, we are breaking it down right here frame by frame. This isn't the end. This is the countdown. And when it reaches 0, hip-hop will never be the same again.